Hello and a very warm welcome to another edition of Talking Germany, the show where we do just that. And my guest today is one of the most gifted dancers in the world of classical ballet. And here she is, Polina Semionova. Polina, thank you very, very much for joining us today on Talking Germany.
Thank you very much.
It's great. I'm so pleased. I'm really looking forward to talking. Now, Polina is Russian-born. She's in high demand around the world as a guest dancer, but she has made Germany her home, and it was here that she achieved her first major breakthrough when she became the youngest principal dancer in the history of the Berlin State Ballet at the age of just 18. And I'm sure that we can very much look forward to talking to Polina about the following topics. Discipline and grace. Polina Semionova, who trained at the legendary Bolshoi Academy, says that expression in dance is the product of very hard work. Home from home. In the 1920s, many exiled Russians sought refuge in Berlin, and these days there's once again a large and growing Russian community in the city. And taking the leap. Parachuting is a sport that's often associated with thrill seekers. Our studio guest has been giving it a try and will tell us all about it. Polina, I'd like to begin by asking you, what is it that you most love about dancing? What is it that you would most miss if you couldn't dance anymore?
I think it's a expression through the body and through the emotion. Expression through the body and through the motion. So the actual sort of the character of the role that you're playing. Yes, exactly. Emotion. It was always my dream to be dancer, but also to be actor. Aha, that's interesting. Yeah. I guess that's why I love my job so much, that I can dance and act. Lovely. OK, that is what you would miss most. What would you miss least about dancing? If you never danced again, what is the thing you would say, oh, I'm glad that... Stress. Stress, yeah. Yes, the stress. About pain, I would not say yet, because I'm lucky I didn't have until now so much pain, so... Is pain a part of ballet dancing? Yeah. Widespread? Yeah? Yes, I think it's a part, yeah. Yeah. Physical pain because of the stress of the roles you're playing and the discipline of the... Is the tiredness, is cramps in the muscle. That's, if it's not more serious, then it's this. Yeah. Polina, I would like to go back to the early days. You joined the Bolshoi Academy at the age of 8, as I understand it. And at that time, I read somewhere that in the winter months, when you were travelling from home to the academy, it would sometimes take an hour and a half. Yes. You were travelling. Yeah? Yes. When you were sitting in the car or on the bus, I don't know how you got there, yeah? What were you thinking? Always different. Sometimes I did my homework. You did your homework on the way there, yeah? Yeah, because 1.5 hours. Sometimes I was remembering the combination, dance combination, which the teacher was giving us, because next day we're supposed to come and know all new training, so I was remembering this. You were going to the Bolshoi Academy at the time. It was a brilliant dance school, but it's famously strict. You said it was the toughest time of your life. How tough? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, give me a feeling for how tough it was for you as a youngster. Well, every day you have to prove something. To yourself? To yourself and also to teachers. And every day there is some... I was going to school with a mind in my head that this day I should live, that this day I'm living for the future. So this day shouldn't pass just for nothing. So you were very ambitious. You were, in that sense. Yes. Yeah? You were very determined. You had a real clear vision. Did your parents push you very hard? My mom, she was so much into ballet.
Had she danced herself?
No, no. Her hobby was music, so she could play piano. And she somehow was so into it, and for her was so important how it goes, how the day goes by me, every little detail. So every day I got home, I was telling her from beginning until the end of day what's happened to me, like almost each 5 minutes. And of course I didn't want to make her disappointed. And
a lot of people who are listening to the conversation we're now having will be thinking about the movie. Have you seen the movie?
No.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah, not yet, but
not yet.
I wish I will. Of course, I will see it one day. Yeah.
I'm interested. You said there was one thing that I heard that you said that you had the impression when you were growing up, when you were a youngster coming up into this profession, this tough profession. You had the feeling that you were battling against your own body, that you don't have a ballet dancer's body.
I would say not the best possibility like this. I would say.
Give me in a sentence, what's the problem?
The ballet legs should be X. You call
it should be like an X, yeah?
Yeah, it's better, it's more nicer, and somehow I was not stretched enough.
No?
That my legs didn't went high enough, and that's what teacher said.
I want to talk about one thing, yeah? There are a lot of people who say that ballet is an elitist art form. They say that it's only for people who have a lot of money. They say it's not relevant to young people. What do you say, Polina?
I don't think so. Because the ballet has so many different directions. There's a classical ballet, there's contemporary ballet, and the one people like more this, and other people like more that. And I think you can find the creations for each kind of taste and age.
Okay. And do you have the feeling at the moment that the ballet you do, the classical ballet, is it becoming more popular or less popular at the moment?
I think classical ballet is like a good wine, which is never get bad.
Good comparison. Let's take a look now at what those formative years at a ballet school are all about. And to do so, we go to the northern German city of Hamburg.
John Neumeyer's School of the Hamburg Ballet is a magnet for aspiring dancers the world over. A big step to making a dream come true. Giordano and Cristina have made many sacrifices to enroll here. The 16-year-old Italian came to the boarding school a year ago. His family is still in Rome, 1,700 kilometers away. Cristina started dancing when she was 6 years old. The 15-year-old from Augsburg has long known that dancing is her dream.
I don't know, when I dance, I feel free. I forget about everything that happened during the day. It's a feeling of freedom. I always enjoy dancing again and again.
Becoming a dancer is an exercise in discipline. Students attend a regular school, and afterwards they train, up to 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. Once they've made it this far, they stick with it.
It is amazing. Our children come here because they want to dance, they want to train for a career. Despite homesickness and stress, they stay because it's their dream.
The ballet school, boarding school, and professional company are all in the same building. So there are many role models for the aspiring dancers. Like every student, Giordano and Cristina must pass an examination each year to be promoted to the next class. Anyone who fails has to leave the school. But for Cristina, that's unthinkable. Dancing is her life.
Yeah, and dancing is Polina's life as well. But Polina, that school there in Hamburg, did that remind you, those scenes of those kids there? Did it remind you of your early days?
Yes, of course.
In what way?
Well, it definitely the full working day.
Yeah.
It's also the mixture of mathematics and literature, and then you run, you change, and you run to do ballet class, then you run and do shimmy and physics, then you again change and run down, and all the day was running up and down.
And of course, those kids have the advantage that they're actually at a boarding school. They're in the complex. They're in the building, as it were.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perhaps makes life a little bit easier.
Yes.
Yeah?
Of course.
I'd like to just mention another area of life. Yeah. For a second, tennis. There's a lot of young Russian tennis stars coming through. It's a real phenomenon, yeah? And what it's always explained to me, I'm very interested in sport, I'm very interested in tennis, when it's always explained to me that the young Russians are hungry. Is that true?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, but not in exactly this meaning of hunger, but it's a little bit bigger meaning, I think.
Explain it to me. What does it mean there? What are we describing there?
I think also the nations is strong physically. That's what makes maybe them win more often. I think that, yeah.
People are
so.
physically strong.
And also inside, like
it's a combination.
I manage it. I have to. I can, and I will.
Are young German dancers hungry in that way? Do you sense that's the same kind of raw ambition?
Also. But I think if you take like a massa, then...
a pattern, you mean, to generalise, yeah? So the Russians...
In Russia it's more often than in German that the dancers are hungry. Maybe like this.
You came to Berlin when you were like 17, 18 years old. Can you remember those first days? Did you feel lonely? Did you feel isolated? Or did it click? Did you think, Berlin, this is it?
No, I feel lonely. I also felt a little bit... after Moscow, it's since... like empty city, you know.
You're going to tell me that Berlin feels like a village?
Not village, but somehow more empty than Moscow. And when I go now back to Moscow, I feel it's crazy. No, it's no way I can handle it. It's too hectic, too much people, too much going on.
Okay.
And the Berlin just how it should be.
Interesting observations from Polina. Polina, is Berlin a Russian city?
A part.
A part, yeah. There are a lot of Russian people in the city. You know, I said earlier when I was introducing that report that in the 1920s, a lot of people came from Russia. Obviously, they were because of the upheaval of the revolution. Why are people coming? Tell me a little bit more about why people are coming to Berlin now from Russia.
I don't know exactly from political side, but what I heard that the Russian people and the German people, they're in good communication. They're somehow good together. Maybe that's why.
A relationship between the Russians and the Germans. Yeah, you heard this or you feel this, that this might be true?
Well, my best friend, she's a German, also principal dancer, Beatrice Knopp. Okay. So maybe...
while we're talking about Germans and Russians like this, we've been talking about the body, we've been talking about the mind, yeah? Where's your soul? Point to the part of your body where your soul is.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah? And do you have a deep, deep, deep Russian soul?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, so it's true, the things that are said about the Russians, that they have the deep soul. And the Germans,
I believe so.
Germans are very rational and cerebral, like it said in the report?
The German mentality very different, I think, from the Russian mentality, but they are somehow good aiding each other.
I see. Yeah. Okay, so there's a connection, yeah, a good connection. What did you do?
The base jumping.
You did base jumping? Yeah. You were in a plane?
In the plane from 4,000 meters with instructor. You jump 50 seconds free fall, and then the parachute open 10 minutes, you're downstairs. And this free fall feeling, was that like before you go on stage or something? It's more. It's more scary, yeah. More scary? Yeah. Yeah? In this point, I understood there's nothing that's scary like this jump. Would you do it again? No. It was that was it. You've been there, you've done that, and that's. Yeah, it was kind of challenge for myself. Yeah? So I challenged myself. Yeah. I did it. It's enough. Why did you do it? Challenge. Yeah, but I mean, your employers. Yeah. Let's talk in terms of a friend of mine. He injured himself very badly landing on the ground. This could have happened to you. I landed on instructor. So. Yeah.
Did you? Whose feet came down first?
His.
His feet. And you bumped to the ground. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And did you tell the people at the State Ballet here in Berlin that you were going to do this before it happened?
No, before no.
Ah.
After. It was my birthday present, so.
It was your birthday present.
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Are you? And I read somewhere as well that you're afraid of flying. Mm-hmm. You're afraid of flying, and you went on a tandem jump, yeah? And you didn't tell your employers.
No.
Yeah? Paulina, you're a very bad girl, yeah? Okay, we're getting towards the end of the show. We have a quiz at the end. I'll give you some quick questions. You give me some quickish answers, please, yeah? First one, Berlin or Moscow?
For a moment, Berlin.
For the moment, Berlin, yeah? Ballet is expression or perfection?
Expression of perfection.
And we're running out of time. We're going to have to leave it there with only those two questions. What a pity. That's all we've got time for with Polina Semionova. A great dancer, a really nice guest. If you've enjoyed her company as much as I have, then do come back next week. Until then, bye-bye and tschüss.